TIL of Ghulam Dastagir, a stationmaster who refused to leave his post during the Bhopal Gas Tragedy, and prevented any trains from stopping at the station, saving thousands of lives even as his colleagues were dead and he himself spent 2 decades in and out of hospital due to long exposure to the gas. Most of the victims of the tragedy died from suffocation. The gas was so heavy and thick that it filled their lungs, essentially drowning them. However, methyl isocyanate also reacts strongly with organic tissues, and many victims suffered severe chemical burns to eyes and skin. Gases like this are heavier than the atmosphere, so rather than dissipating high in the sky, they formed a dense cloud of noxious fumes at ground level and caught the winds heading straight for Bhopal. As the cloud of gas hit the town, people woke from their sleep choking, gasping, and vomiting. Many were immediately affected, their skin burning and lungs failing. Those who survived the initial wave tried to flee, causing a massive panic in the densely packed town. By the morning of December 3, thousands were dead. The official counts ranged from 2,259 to 3,787 dead, although local workers who collected bodies claimed that there were upwards of 15,000 victims. Unfortunately, the impacts were not limited to just that night. Researchers estimate that 500,000 to 600,000 people were impacted by the chemical gas, most of whom suffered long-term illnesses. It's worth noting that the rates of stillborn babies in the region rose by 300% following the disaster, and the rates of neonatal mortality rose by 200%. A hero is an ordinary individual who finds strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Christopher Reeve. 36 years ago, on the night of December 2, 1984, Bhopal was hit by a catastrophe that had no parallel in the world's industrial history. An accident at the Union Carbide pesticide plant in Bhopal had released almost 30 tons of a highly toxic gas called methyl isocyanate, turning the city into a vast gas chamber. The result was a nightmare. More than 600,000 people were exposed to the deadly gas cloud that left thousands dead and many more breathless, blind, and in agonizing pain. Few people know that during the Bhopal gas tragedy a heroic stationmaster risked his own life to save others. This is the little-known story of Deputy Station Superintendent Ghulam Dastagir, an unsung hero without whom the casualties in the catastrophe would have been much higher. On the evening of December 2, 1984, Ghulam Dastagir was settling down in his office to complete some pending paperwork. This work kept him in his office till 1 a.m. in the night, when he emerged to check the arrival of the Gorakhpur-Mumbai Express. As he stepped onto the platform, the deputy station master felt his eyes burn and a queer itching sensation in his throat. He did not know that poisonous fumes leaking from Union Carbide's pesticide factory were stealthily enveloping the railway station. Beginning to choke, Dastagir did not know then that 23 of his railway colleagues, including his boss, Station Superintendent Harish Durve, had already died. It was later reported that Durve had heard about the deadly gas and had immediately tried stopping the movement of trains passing through Bhopal before collapsing in his office chamber. His suddenly worsening health and years of experience told Dastagir that something was very wrong. Though he did not fully comprehend what was happening, he decided to act immediately. When he did not get any response from the station master, he alerted the senior staff at nearby stations, like Vidisha and Itarsai, to suspend all train traffic to Bhopal. That night, the station master's quick decision saved the lives of thousands of people who would have died had they been exposed to the toxic gas for much longer. But Dastagir's work was not done. The railway station was filling up with people, desperate to flee the fumes. Some were gasping, others were vomiting, and most were weeping. Dastagir chose to remain on duty, running from one platform to another, attending, helping and consoling victims. He also sent an SOS to all the nearby railway offices, asking for immediate medical help. As a result, 4 ambulances with paramedics and railway doctors arrived at the station. It was winter and the gas was staying low to the ground, a thick haze poisoning everything in its path. However, the catastrophe didn't leave him unscathed. One of his sons died on the night of the tragedy and another developed a lifelong skin infection. Dastagir himself spent his last 19 years shuttling in and out of hospitals. He developed a painful growth in the throat due to prolonged exposure to toxic fumes. When he passed away in 2003, his death certificate mentioned that he was suffering from diseases caused as a direct result of exposure to mic, methyl isocyanate, gas. A memorial has been built at Platform No. 1 to pay tribute to those who sacrificed their lives in the line of duty on the fateful night of December 3, 1984. However, Ghulam Dastagir, who died later, is not one of them. A forgotten hero whose sense of duty and commitment saved countless lives, Dastagir's story deserves to be recognized and remembered by his fellow countrymen. I hope they make a Chernobyl-style series on the Bhopal tragedy. It's little known outside of India. I wish there was a mini-series about people like this. Each episode covers a different hero. Like the guy who diverted a train full of dynamite. The stewardess who saved a bunch of kids from terrorists. Stories about people doing the right thing, and although they are sad stories, they show the goodness in us. The Bhopal disaster, also referred to as the Bhopal Gas Tragedy, was a gas leak. https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/gas_leak, incident on the night of 2 to 3 December 1984 at the Union Carbide India Limited, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/union_carbide_India_Limited, UCIL, pesticide, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/pesticide, plant in Bhopal, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, India. It is considered to be the world's worst, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_accidents_and_disasters_by_death_toll #industrial_disasters, industrial disaster, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_industrial_disasters. \1 https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/Bhopal_disaster #site_note Mandavali unfolding 1 \2 https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/Bhopal_disaster #site_note convictions 2. Over 500,000 people were exposed to methyl isocyanate, mic, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/methyl_isocyanate, gas. The highly toxic substance made its way into and around the small towns located near the plant. Edit, since people really care to know, this is literally the first paragraph from Wiki. It is a Reddit comment, not a dissertation. Only just learned about this. The guy responsible has still not been sent to India from the US to face charges. There has been practically no accountability for this. One of my favorite YouTube channels did a couple of episodes about this recently. It's kind of a comedy podcast, but this episode got very dark. It goes into a lot of detail about what caused the release. Here's a link to the episode, https://m. youtube.com/watch, v=vckvrenqmji. From Wikipedia on the event. By 11:30 p.m. Workers in the mic area were feeling the effects of minor exposure to mic gas, and began to look for a leak. One was found by 11:45 p.m. and reported to the mic supervisor on duty at the time. The decision was made to address the problem after a 12:15 a.m. tea break, and in the meantime, employees were instructed to continue looking for leaks. The incident was discussed by mic area employees during the break. Why did they take a tea break when they knew there was a leak? UCIL employee triggered the plant's alarm system at 12:50 a.m. as the concentration of gas in and around the plant became difficult to tolerate. 1923 activation of the system triggered 2 siren alarms, one that sounded inside the USIL plant itself, and a second directed to the exterior, which would alert the public and the city of Bhopal. The 2 siren systems had been decoupled from one another in 1982, so that it was possible to leave the factory warning siren on while turning off the public one, and this is exactly what was done. The public siren briefly sounded at 12:50 a.m. and was quickly turned off, as per company procedure meant to avoid alarming the public around the factory over tiny leaks. 23, 25, 26 workers, meanwhile, evacuated the USIL plant, traveling upwind. Bhopal Superintendent of Police was informed by telephone, by a town inspector, that residents of the neighborhood of Chola, about 2 kilometers from the plant, were fleeing a gas leak at approximately 1 a.m. 25 calls to the USIL plant by police between 1:25 and 2:10 a.m. gave assurances twice that everything is okay, and on the last attempt made, "We don't know what has happened, sir." The mic gas leak emanating from tank E610 petered out at approximately 2 o'clock a.m. 15 minutes later, the plant's public siren was sounded for an extended period of time, after first having been quickly silenced an hour and a half earlier. 28 some minutes after the public siren sounded, a USIL employee walked to a police control room to both inform them of the leak, their first acknowledgement that one had occurred at all, and that the leak had been plugged.